Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are all doing really well. If you're new to my channel, then welcome. I do a lot of study, career and finance related videos. So if that's something of interest to you, then also follow me on my Instagram as well, Success by Sanjana. I'll leave it up here for you guys to check out. So as you can tell by the title of today's video, I wanted to talk through some of the signs or the top 5 signs when you know it's the right time to quit your job or transition into a different job. I receive a lot of questions on this, a lot of emails, DMs, so I thought I would create a video for you guys and answer just that. So if you are interested, then please keep watching. Now, I'm just going to start off with a bit of a fun fact. So there's about 85% of people who are actually unhappy in their jobs. That is a very, very high number. 85% is quite sad that people are working and they're not enjoying their jobs, but there may be some signs which they're not aware of and they can't really pick up, that they're not happy at their jobs. And in fact, they should watch this video because I'm going to talk through 5 of the signs that you need to quit your job and why you should leave if you're experiencing these signs or experiences. A little bit about myself. So if you're new to my channel, you may not know, but I have worked at a Big 4 accounting firm. I worked at KPMG for about 2.5 years. I was there as a graduate within the internal audit or risk consulting space, and then after that I did transition into the industry, which is the banking industry, and I've been here for about a little over 1.5 years now. So yeah, definitely been a while and I've enjoyed it ever since. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. Now just to jump into the videos. The first sign, if you're experiencing this, you should definitely consider quitting, and that is if you're no longer learning new things. This is a very big sign. I feel like if you feel like you're doing a lot of the same sort of mundane tasks, there's not much, challenge that's being provided, not many opportunities, and this is the time for you to sort of self-reflect and for you to really sit down and check in with yourself and see how you're going. And if you feel like you're not learning anything and you feel like you're you're stagnant, not moving places, going places, this is definitely a sign and something that you should seriously think about, because there's no point being in a job where you're not learning, you're not growing, you're not developing as a person. That's what a job is meant to do. If you are looking in terms of career prospects, I do want to sort of actually preface this video by saying it is if you are looking to sort of succeed in your career and move forward and strive for the best. This is definitely the video for you, because if you're not learning new things, then you're sort of holding yourself back. Your career is essentially on pause and you don't want to be wasting that time. You've got better things to do. So if you're not learning new things, then now is definitely the time to quit. Second sign you should leave or transition is if you're not being challenged enough. Now, you're getting work, you're getting tasks that you need to do, but it's quite ordinary, quite sort of repetitive. You know the ins and outs of it. Work is basically a breeze if you wanted it to be, but you're not being challenged. The work is not sort of making you think. You're not sort of developing any new skills. The work is very easy, and if it's very easy and it's not challenging, again, you're going to become very bored, you're going to hate work. And I think this is where a lot of the people, about 80% of the people, they sort of forget that the work may be easy, but are you actually being challenged? Are you having to use your brain? Are you having to sort of be resourceful? Things like that I think people tend to forget, because then they think, oh, this is easy. Because people tend to think if work is easy, then it's all good, and they come to work, they know exactly what they're going to do. But it really shouldn't be like that. There should be some sort of changes in your your daily routine and what you do at work, and that's what really keeps it exciting. Third reason why you should quit your job or transition is when there's actually physically a job that's not actually ahead of you. You can't actually see the pathway ahead of you. So for example, for me, I've mentioned this a fair bit on my channel, and if you're working at a bank, there isn't much turnover. People generally stick to what they know at a bank, and they stick for a really long time. So in terms of getting promoted or moving up the next level, that next level has to actually become available for you to be able to get that position. So for example, if you're a senior manager and you want to become an executive manager, there's only one executive manager who's managing the entire team. So you need to wait for that executive manager to leave before you can actually take up their position. Now this is is very, very, it's very unlikely that they're going to leave, because EMs usually stay in their positions, up to maybe 10, 15 years if they want to. So if there's no sort of credible pathway ahead of you, then this is possibly a good time to leave if you know you physically cannot get, promoted into the next role. Fourth reason that you should definitely quit is if you have become complacent at work. So what I mean by this is if you're lazy and you feel, disengaged at work in terms of the tasks that you have to complete. Now, you're not alone. About 70% of people are actually disengaged at their job, and they don't really do anything about it. They feel like, they've obviously become complacent. They don't really want to look around for new opportunities. But if that's you and you're enjoying that, then that's great. But if you're looking to, drive success and work towards a successful career and work up the corporate ladder, then you definitely need to be, you definitely can't be complacent. You definitely need to be taking ownership and being accountable for, the next steps of your career and what you want to do. So if you're complacent, definitely sort of self-assess, reassess how you are at work, and just reflect on the things that you do at work. Are you the type of person that is actually asking for more work, or are you the person that's just sitting, taking the back seat and just going along, cruising along? You don't want to be that person, because sometimes the opportunities won't come to you. You do need to look for them and reach for them yourself. So if you're this kind of person, then definitely maybe look into new opportunities, and this might be the perfect time for you to change jobs. And the fifth reason why I think, if you're feeling this sign, is you should leave, and that is if you're valuing the extrinsic sort of values of the job instead of, your career growth and your development. So extrinsic things are like, your team, your teammates, colleagues, the environment, the culture. If you're valuing that more than your actual, growth and success, then this is definitely something you need to leave for. And if you're valuing, the perks more than anything, but if you're valuing all of that stuff and you're not sort of, thinking about your future career prospects, then this is definitely very challenging, and this is not a good way for you to, succeed in your life. And if that's what you want to do, then you definitely need to get out and, find a new job, or transition into a different department, or leave that industry completely as well. That may be a bit of an extreme, but if you're valuing other things besides your career growth, then this is really not something that's going to work in your favor, a couple of years down the track, because people come and go, the environment changes, but the work is essentially the same. So it's really up to you how you want to sort of play it. But one other thing that I didn't mention, maybe the bonus sign, is if there's something that you do outside of work, be it maybe a side hustle, you run a business, you do something outside of work, and that takes up a lot more of your time and you actually enjoy it, then this may be another reason why you want to leave as well. So just think about it. If you're finding it hard to manage or juggle the two things, then this may be a time for you to sort of reflect and just reassess things and see, what is it that's actually making you happy? Like, are you stressed that you've got two things going on at the same time? Because if that's the case, then you need to sort of, write down a pros and cons list, do a little bit of a risk assessment and figure out what it is that you actually like, and, see whether there's a solution to that. So, do a little bit of analysis on yourself and see what it is that actually makes you happy. And if you've got a side hustle or business that's doing well, relatively well, then this also may be a good time for you to leave the 9 to 5 and escape the rat race as well. So guys, that is everything that I wanted to talk about. Hopefully this does provide you with some inspiration, some ideas. If you're stuck and you don't really know what to do, then hopefully this video can help. Please do share this video with others that may be going through maybe a similar thing and are unsure with what they want to do in their careers, or what the next step looks like. But other than that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, found it valuable. Do follow me on my Instagram as well. I do a weekly Q&A on there every Tuesday. So definitely send through questions. You can email me at successbysanjana@gmail.com, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. But that is it, guys. I will catch you guys in my next video. Thanks, guys.